Hey, it's me, Rachel, your crypto bestie, and today we're going to be going over why PulseChain is actually true DeFi. So excited to get into that. But before we get into that, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe because I'm here to tell you all about things that are about crypto. Obviously, crypto bestie, and I'd love to be your friend in crypto. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. But let's dive right in. So what makes something actually true DeFi? We have a couple of things. So the first thing is it's a distributed ledger technology. So it means it's on a blockchain. Guess what? PulseChain is a blockchain, which is amazing. It runs on a blockchain, and that means that there's no single entity controlling the data, promoting transparency and immutability. Next is permissionless access. Anyone with an internet connection and a crypto wallet can be able to actually access it. And so we can see that with PulseChain. And I'm going to dive a bit deeper into that after this because we're going to look at one other thing that kind of shows this. Next thing is self-custody. DeFi users hold their own assets in their crypto wallets. That's how this works. You have your wallet. You're able to hold PulseChain in it. You're able to hold the crypto projects within PulseChain on your PulseChain wallet. Open source. It is open source because you can actually have all the code on your computer yourself, which I'll show you in a second. And then a decentralized governance. So decisions concerning the project's future should be made through a DAO. DAOs leverage smart contracts on the blockchain to automate governance processes and empower community involvement. Now, I'm not exactly sure if it actually has a DAO, but it does have validators that validate the system for the blocks to actually happen. And so it kind of I don't think that PulseChain does. If it does, someone correct me in the comments because I'm actually super curious on if it does. But if it's the criteria for most of those, which means that it is true DeFi. And as someone who is a person that has a bachelor's degree in computer science and worked as a software developer, I'm going to show you something that's really cool that actually can show us that this is decentralized. So we're going to look at PulseX. So if we come in here and look at PulseX, we get to PulseX's website, which is this dApp. And we used to actually be able to use the dApp here, which is kind of interesting. But there's something different that's happened in the last year since PulseChain launched. And since PulseX launched, they launched at the same time, that allows us to do this. So decentralization, robustness, and privacy are core principles of real blockchains, which is true. And right here, you can come in and click on this, and it will actually bring you to PulseX. But why does this matter? So PulseChain is true DeFi because it uses IPFS. What does that mean? So when you type in a URL and use the HTTP to start out the URL, well, IPF is the same thing, but HTTP is the centralized server, whereas IPFS is not centralized, it's decentralized, which is really cool. So as you can see, the original code on a decentralized network, gateway spotted with solid hash. So you can come in here and actually use that, which is really cool. But the next thing, and I feel like this is even more decentralized, is you can run it from your desktop, which was one of the most wild things to happen in the last year, at least in my mind, because you can actually come in here, download it, and then be able to see everything that you need to know to be able to run it yourself. And this does seem intimidating, but it's not hard at all. There are instructions that walk you through it. There are instructions that you end up downloading, and it's cool because basically you just press a play and stop button, and then you're able to run the code yourself. So why is this important? Why is decentralization important when we look at PulseChain and when we just look at crypto in general and where we store our crypto? There's potential that one day we might not be able to access our crypto, do things with our crypto because it's blocked or banned within an actual website. And that's through centralization. So if we're on a website that's centralized, that can be banned. But if we're on a decentralized network, that's really hard to ban. And what's even harder to ban is somehow getting rid of just a software program that you have on your computer that you can run. So as long as you have internet connection, you can run one of these. But we have this tool right here, right? This World Wide Web. If something in that got shut down, we wouldn't be able to actually go in, and be able to use the specific tools that we have. But with what the developers for this project have put together, it really just shows that they are thinking that one step ahead, which I think is cool. Also, it makes me feel even more techie because I get to run the code myself. So PulseChain is decentralized, PulseX is decentralized, but they are true DeFi because some places, some people like to go in and say that they are these things and they're not. But PulseChain, PulseX are. And I just applaud this entire ecosystem because it's amazing that they're able to do that. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments below. And I will see you next week for next week's video. All right, bye.